Hanna, it's been a year since the start of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Can you talk about how Ukraine is holding up?
After a year of full-scale genocidal war against Ukraine, we have to remind the world that Russia invaded Ukraine in 2014 by illegal annexation of Crimea. And of course, after February 24 last year, Ukraine proved that we are so strong. So Russian plan to occupy Ukraine within 72 hours or within several days failed. And actually, Russia is losing, and Russia will be defeated in Ukraine because of support of Western democracies and support of the whole world. And I think this is the key lessons that Putin and Russian totalitarian regime must learn, that we will not surrender, we will not cede or trade our territories. And Ukrainians, more than 90%, believe that we are winning and we must win. And this is our mission, to defeat Russian imperialism. And this is the key for global democracy.
You spoke about lessons for Russia. What can Taiwan learn also from the determination of the Ukrainian people?
So I think victory of Ukraine is victory of democracy. It's geopolitical actuality of Ukraine defeating Russia faster is so important, not to allow the authoritarian regimes, because it's not just Russia fighting against Ukrainians, killing our civilians by massive cruise missile and kamikaze drones attacks. Besides Russia, there is also Belarusian regime, Lukashenko regime. It's Iran supporting or supplying kamikaze drones to Russia. It's China. It's North Korea. So this is why I think for Taiwan, they have to learn from Ukrainian resilience of our society, and also to work with local communities like we did before the full-scale escalation, building territorial defense and also countering Russian propaganda and not allowing Russia, the enemy, to use media, churches, politicians against us, against our independence. So I think it's really important that never be afraid that you might lose, because this was what Russia expected, that Russia is so big, the second largest army, and we will just surrender. No, I think it's important your spirit, and the fighting spirit of Ukraine is so high. So this is why I think Russia miscalculated. They miscalculated our readiness to fight and our desire to win.
Fighting spirit, indeed. Can you talk about a bit where you're at now?
We have such stickers: гуманітарна допомога для перемоги України. Humanitarian aid for victory of Ukraine, for Ukrainian victory. And here you could see the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Republic of Taiwan and logos of civil society organizations like Forestcom, ANTS. This is how Taiwanese government and Taiwanese people are helping Ukraine during this winter, because Russia wanted to freeze Ukrainians by deliberately attacking and destroying critical energy infrastructure. So everything you see here, from energy cookies, also for all stuff not to get freeze. So this is really important. I can show you all these boxes and volunteers behind me, which are now going to Donetsk region, Ukrainian people in local communities, people who lost their homes. And it's really important to see here different gloves and different stuff that will help us to win. And after cold winter, the spring of hope will come. And I think it's really important that Taiwan helped Ukraine a lot already, and Taiwan supported Ukraine by providing humanitarian aid, financial support, and I think this is a good ground for future partnership, and partnership in security areas, in increasing our economic and trade potential, and opening official offices or representative offices in Ukraine and in Taipei.
How do you feel Taiwan and Ukraine can work together going forward?
Taiwan and Ukraine already are working together, but after victory, I think it's important that Taiwan is taking part in reconstruction efforts, helping Ukraine with new technologies, sharing your experience in different sectors, and also working on education, because your Minister of Digital Affairs, Audrey Tan, already started cooperation in digital sphere, and also working with Ukrainian universities. I think we have to think about the future and invest in our efforts in introducing our young generations to each other, because there are many Ukrainian students. When I visited Taipei, and we went to Hsinchu Science Park, and we met several Ukrainians. So I think democracy like-minded countries, they have united efforts also in critical technologies development, exchanging their knowledge for protection democracy, and not allowing authoritarian regime to undermine our efforts to